Well, have we got a wild goose story for you tonight? It features a Canada goose, a species often disparaged over its great numbers and messy droppings, that seemingly arranged for its own medical care after being shot by a bow and arrow. Sandy Levine reports on an incredible journey where Sandy's own dad played a key role in the fate of a fine feathered friend.
It all started in February when people living along Kettle Creek in Ocean County began spotting this Canada goose that was suffering from an illegal bow and arrow shot to the chest. Frantic calls for help began pouring in to local animal shelters.
The citizens were very concerned that the goose was obviously hurt and probably in distress.
For several weeks, animal control officers were frustrated during their repeated attempts to catch the goose with small nets, because even with 2 feet of the arrow shaft sticking straight out of his chest, remarkably, the injured bird could still fly.
One of the other things, and it was heartbreaking, he kept trying to get it out, kept trying to pull it out, and I can't imagine the pain that he must have felt for how long it was in there, too.
A couple of weeks after the goose was first spotted, he made a very smart decision. He landed here on this waterfront property in Toms River. My father, Dr. Bernard Levine, lives here, who just happens to be a veterinarian who was willing to try to help the smart goose.
He came up to our lawn, had no insurance. He's a freeloader, but smart.
To catch the elusive goose, State Fish and Wildlife technician Kim Tinnis brought a special net gun to my father's yard, where the goose was waiting patiently for help to arrive.
I had a misfire, and then I missed the bird, and fortunately, I was able to take a second shot. And the second one went off flawlessly. We captured the bird. We were able to cut the shaft down to a workable number.
Good job.
And then turn it over to a veterinarian.
Very good.
There you go.
The next stop, Toms River Animal Hospital, founded by my father in the 1950s, where the bird was anesthetized and x-rayed, revealing a razor-sharp broadhead arrow not allowed for hunting geese. And this very tough bird also had been shot 3 times with a pellet rifle. A small incision was made.
Boy, that's one hell of an arrow.
And the arrow was pulled out.
It was amazing. It's amazing to see the damage that the arrow had done, where it had penetrated through the skin. There was a lot of necrotic tissue.
For the best chance of a full recovery, the goose was sent to the Raptor Trust in Millington, one of the top wild bird rehabilitation centers in the country. Here, in the company of beloved birds of prey, a much maligned goose received medical treatment fit for a king.
We believe that everything has a significance, whether there are a lot of them or there are a few of them. The individual matters.
Finally, after 6 weeks of healing, it was time for the bird's release back to the wild again.
Whenever you're ready, here we go. Very good.
It's a poignant moment for an avian expert and a doctor who have devoted their lives to helping animals, using their talents and resources to end suffering, even among the less popular, like the smart goose with the incredible will to survive.
It's a good feeling, especially one that injured as bad as this was. It's touch and go.
It's very rewarding. Nice to see him out there frolicking in the water, preening himself, and is enjoying life the way a goose should, back in the wild.
Sandy Levine, NJN News, Millington.
We told you it would be wild. Great work by Dr. Levine and by his daughter Sandy in giving it to us. We do appreciate it.